I was really happy and excited that I'm offered something like this. Very adventurous world, firefighters world. It's exciting, and we started discussing about this film. And when I met them, the real firefighters, those real sergeants, and we went there. I have spent enough time with their families also, and those real firefighters. The kind of stories that I heard, it gave me goosebumps. I think I have never seen them so closely, never felt what they go through every day.
Our ode to the firefighters who have just been relentlessly doing work day in and day out. तो बस हम यही इच्छा चाहते हैं कि हम उन्हें खुश करें and audiences को ये film अच्छी लगे.
In Indian cinema, in the history of Indian cinema, nobody has explored this world per se. And I can't wait for the families of firefighters and firefighters to watch this film. I think इसके बाद हम पुलिस दिखते हैं तो हम सल्यूट करते हैं, कोई फौजी दिखता है तो हम सल्यूट करते हैं. आई थिंक इस फिल्म के बाद कोई फायर फाइटर दिखेगा तो उसको भी सल्यूट करेंगे लोग.
I'll rephrase that. Vijay Morea wrote the dialogues for the film, and he's an amazing guy with a great sense of humor. So while this subject is intense about firefighters, it was very important to add that humor in the film. And the humor had to come out through the characters, and each character is different because there's a whole firefighting team, there's the police department, which is Divyenndu and stuff, and Divyendu's character is also a pretty colourful character. There's a constant banter between Pratik, who is the firefighter Vittal, and Divyenndu, who is Samit, which is going on constantly. And so while the tension is there in the sequences and in the storyline, the humor comes out in the form of the characters and their dialogue. So I think it's Vijay's done a marvelous job, and I'm so happy he was part of it. Now he's a big director. So unless it was perfectly synced, it would have been a disaster. And that, I think, is the greatest achievement on this set. So production, direction, DP, production designer, firefighters, action, all units working together for one shot.
I mean, amazing cast. Absolutely, every person just fits the bill so beautifully. When you do a film, you like it, you have a good feeler. But when you actually go see it on a big screen, you actually see the real truth. And when we watched Agni, we were just so happy, and if I may say so, proud of what we have done. And that can only be achieved if all of us, work on a project, we all of us are on the same page. And we work like a team.
मुझे बहुत खुशी हुई एक तो स्क्रिप्ट पढ़ के. Each and everyone in the film is very very important characters, very well written, very well developed. उसमें ड्रामा भी इतना चाहिए, वो ड्रामा भी था, बट एट द सेम टाइम बहुत ज़्यादा फायर फाइटर्स की ज़िंदगी के बारे में, उनकी फैमिली के बारे में बहुत अच्छी तरीके से उसको लिखा गया था.
The action scenes were just, I can only say that they were very very tough because we were in our full gear, although that was lightweight compared to the normal gear that they wear. And then there are small spaces where the fire is broken out, and we shot in the real fires as well. When we shot it, there was actual fire in the scene. So when we would enter the scene, they would put on the fire and everything. So it was like a real experience because there were a lot of firefighters also present on that set.
We shot the film in 50 days, okay, which is a film like this. When you see it on screen, big screen, you realize that you cannot shoot this in 50 days. But we've done it. Sometimes we shot 4 scenes in a day. The action sequence was very constrained and limited things, and the way Sumit designed it also. A lot of it looks real. VFX a lot of time has gone into VFX because you want the fire to look real. Most of the time the fire in VFX places looks, like fake. Because they are set pieces and they've done it. So Sandeep, who was the supervisor on this, he also put in a lot of effort, and they also studied the nature of fire. कि फायर कैसे घूमता है, कैसे जाता है, ऊपर से नीचे आता है, नीचे से ऊपर जाता है. How does it work? We didn't have any negative incident which happened, or any bad incident for a matter. And I think hats off to the production team of Excel for that, because you need to be really in sync with the fire. Like, I'll give you one example. There's one shot in the film which is also in the trailer, where Pratik comes in on the bike and he sees this huge Kari Nahari building on fire. Now that was a drone shot which we took, which is an FPV drone. For the first time we're using FPV with black magic on it. Again, Monan and Sid, that's off to them for that. Now this coordination is of almost 50 to 60 firefighters on set, real firefighters. Our staff, our actors, 300 of them or whatever it is, that whole unit. So first you have to layer the fire on the building. Then you have to be ready with the water pump and all that. Then you have to be ready with somebody who's lighting the fire, because it's all split second. Now all this coordination, and then I have to call action. So and we cannot like call action too early, नहीं तो पानी flow बढ़ जाएगा. तो not to forget, which we always ignore, is the sound designing, which is done by PM Satish. The details of every crackle is distinct, you know, because aag matlab most of the time we carpet bomb it with music, right? Here we've decided not to just put music. We needed to have every single crackle, awaaj, gas, whatever it is, separate. So the effects which they worked on and the way they designed it to hear, you know, in that the culmination of everything together to give you that cinematic experience of it being you're in the middle of fire. And no film on firefight has been made in India.
Agni, all the way!